also recovered. So there are these many connections. And in the backdrop of that, viewers, we've had this terror attack. It's now been confirmed that this was a terror attack. A Hyundai car with 2 or 3 occupants comes up. It crawls to a stop near a traffic light just outside, in fact, the Lal Killa or the Red Fort metro station. It's detonated. You have a number of people who then immediately on the spot find themselves in very bad state. 8 die en route to the hospital. The first big terror incident, viewers, has taken place after 2011 in the Union capital, the Delhi High Court blast. We'll try to pull out footage from back then and try and split the screen. But fundamentally, viewers, this is a major development. Now we know that some 2 or 3 people were in that car in an I-20, and that, in fact, was the one that blew up, and it detonated other cars around it. So at least 6 or 7 other vehicles were impacted, and you can see that some of those vehicles are still lying about there, strewn across the entire incident site, viewers, and they look in advanced state of disrepair. No crater has been found on the spot. The vehicle was slow moving. No pellet injury prima facie. There are many burn wounds to some of the other people who have taken to the hospital and are undergoing treatment. We don't know if they're in a critical condition, but suffice to think that there will be, of course, people who will be grievously injured in all of this. And you can see one of them there. It's a 3-wheeler auto rickshaw driver who's trying to haul his damaged, mangled auto rickshaw out of harm's way. We do know that there are, of course, casualties that have taken place. 8. Let me just quickly go back to Anshul. Anshul, what are you seeing on the spot there?
Well, I'll just try and show you in the visuals. The first thing that is clearly visible is this gate of the vehicle that got hampered in the blast. Probably this is the gate of that I-20 vehicle that eventually resulted in the blast. Apart from this, if I could just give you a sense of this entire area, this is the red light where, in fact, the vehicle came out initially slowly, started to slow down over here, and then eventually a blast happened. There were people who were sitting inside the vehicle, is what we are being told. At least 3 people is what sources are telling us. But were they male, were they female, were there any children also present over there? That is something that has still not been confirmed. But apart from that, if you look at this entire locality, this will give you a very clear sense as to what is the exact location over here. This is the main gate of Chandni Chowk. The Jan Mandir is right over here, and bang opposite is the location from where the Prime Minister gives his 15th August speech. So this is one of the high-profile areas and an area where there is a massive footfall that happens. And even after that, such an incident has happened. What are the exact reasons? Was it an IED that was used? Was it some other? Was it some other thing that was used, or was it just a general CNG blast? This is something that we are waiting for an official confirmation to come in. But even as the investigation is going on, the agencies and Delhi police are not ruling out anything at this point in time. They continue to maintain that it is too early to come to any conclusion.
Let me play out that soundbite, viewers, for your confirmation. You can listen to how circumspect the Delhi police chief was. Let's play that out, and then I want to go straight across to Anvit and also bring in Major Gaurav Arya into this conversation. Yes.
आज करीब 6:52 पे एक यहाँ पे रेड लाइट पे एक स्लो मूविंग व्हीकल जो रेड लाइट की तरफ आके रुका था, उसमें एक ये एक्सप्लोजन हुआ है। उस वक्त गाड़ी के अंदर जो पैसेंजर्स उसके अंदर ही थे, और इस एक्सप्लोजन से जो है आसपास की गाड़ियों में भी क्षति हुई। जैसे ही इसकी खबर मिली, हम सारी एजेंसीज जो है, दिल्ली पुलिस, FSL, NIA, NSG, उनकी टीम्स यहाँ पे आ चुकी हैं और हालात का जायजा भी ले रही है। हर तरीके से इस जो है एक्सप्लोजन के बारे में जांच की जा रही है, और जल्दी ही इसका आकलन करके इसका जो भी रिज़ल्ट निकलेगा वो आपको बताया जाएगा। इस इंसिडेंट में कुछ लोग को इंजरीज भी आई हैं और कुछ लोगों की डेथ भी हुई है, तो वो अभी हालात का जायजा लिया जा रहा है और एग्जैक्ट फिगर्स जो हैं आपको कुछ ही देर में बता दी जाएंगी। और सिचुएशन को रेगुलरली मॉनिटर किया जा रहा है, और गृह मंत्री जी भी जो है उनसे रेगुलरली उनका फ़ोन भी आया था, उनको रेगुलरली ब्रीफ किया जा रहा है और उनको टाइम टू टाइम पूरी सूचना दी जा रही है, और आगे जैसे भी हालात होंगे, जो भी नतीजा निकलेगा आपको बताया जाएगा।
Well, we are being told, viewers, and it's bad news 2 more people have lost their lives. So there are 10 people now in total that have lost their lives in this particular incident, viewers. We still await final confirmation from the police whether this is actually a terror incident, but I can tell you that a large number of metropolises across India have been put on high alert. Mumbai, you have Srinagar, Noida, you have huge worry and security detailing taking place in Kolkata, Ghaziabad. As I said, viewers, all these metropolises have been placed on high alert. I want to very quickly go across to Anvit. Anvit, give us an overview, really, of what the investigations are likely to determine in the next few hours. We're being told that a large number of people have been detained. They are thought to be suspects. Can you clarify this? What is this news? How can there be suspects when 3 individuals in a car supposedly were the cause of this blast?
Rahul, see, what initial details have emerged from Delhi Police's investigation is that it was an I-20 car, and that was a slow-moving I-20 car in which explosion took place. And we are being told that it was on the rear side of the vehicle that the explosion took place, which could possibly be the boot of the car, where usually, if it was an explosive, if there was a use of RDX or IED, then that is the place where usually it has been seen previously. Also, it had been concealed. You can see ambulances are still making their way into the hospitals. This is, n number of ambulances that are coming in, rushing into the hospital from the spot, and regularly these ambulances have been spotted here. But regardless of that, investigation is currently going on. Delhi police have said that in that I-20 car, what they have initial investigation has shown that at least there were 2 to 3 occupants. The senior police officials from Delhi police has confirmed this, and we also asked that if any of them have been in Delhi police's custody or any of them could be apprehended from the spot. However, there's no clarity on that officially so far.
Okay.
But Delhi police have said that there were 2 to 3 occupants. It was an I-20 car. This car was slow moving, and then explosion takes place, and nearby vehicles have also been impacted. Also, 2 things have been confirmed, that there are no pellet injuries and there was no crater on the ground that has been noticed by the forensics team. So this also hints that there could not be any explosive if possible. There were no splinters used, and also no crater has been found. So investigation on all aspects are currently underway. Priority of Delhi police and Delhi fire services and the first responders is to make sure that the site is cleared, and those who are injured and those who seek medical attention, they are rushed to hospital. We are right now outside LNGP hospital, where at least 8 officially have been confirmed dead, while at least 16 people are injured. We are being told that 2 or more have been pronounced dead. However, official confirmation of that from the director of LNGP is yet to be out. But what we are being told that at least 5 to 6 are others who are critically injured, and their situation is currently being continuously monitored.
Well, we're being told, viewers, that Chandni Chowk market to be closed on Tuesday following the blast near the Red Fort. Market Association President Sanjay Bhargav has come out and said so. This is obviously an attempt, viewers, to ensure that there is no other untoward incident in the days ahead. Because remember, I told you, viewers, that this blast has taken place in the backdrop of a massive terror crackdown across the length and breadth of North India, viewers. 2 separate crackdowns involving doctors turned jihadis, viewers, who had amassed huge amounts of explosives. One particular doctor was harboring the ingredients to make a chemical weapon, the ingredients to make a gas, viewers, that could kill hundreds of people on dispersal. And another doctor and his accomplices had amassed 2.5 tons of ammonium nitrate, an ingredient that is used to make explosives. And it was thought that perhaps by this particular crackdown, a major tragedy would have been averted. But unfortunately, viewers, we've had an incident, we've had a blast. I can't right now tell you whether this is a terror attack, but indications are that it might be. A number of people are dead, 10, according to the top line number that we've received. Several others are injured. This particular blast in magnitude and in casualties matches the 2011 Delhi High Court blast. First time in 14 years, viewers, that we've had a blast of this magnitude in the capital. We're being told that a car that was perhaps driven by one individual accompanied by 2 or 3 others came to a halt, a gradual halt near a traffic light right outside the Red Fort metro station, and suddenly exploded. The explosion was so intense and the fireball so big that it quickly engulfed 2 or 3 other, 4 other cars around it, viewers, reducing it to ashes and reducing those cars to mulch, basically. That's why we have these casualties. 10 that died pretty much on the spot, viewers, even before they could be taken to hospital because their bodies were dismembered.